Hello, sports fans. It's me, Sportsman Z, Bob Zolke. Today we are starting the championship rounds, and we're going to start that with the American League Championship Series of my round robin tournament, which will put the 1989 Kansas City Royals up against the 1988 Oakland A's. The 89 Royals come in as the underdog. They were 92-70, but the 88 A's were 104-88, and hence they got to sit out the last round. So, we are going to start this best of 5 series. The only best of 7 is going to be the actual World Series of the round robin. So this is still a best of 5. And on the mound for the 89 Royals will be Luis Aquino. And on the mound for the 88 Oakland A's will be Dave Stewart. So, the Royals are batting first. So, let's get underway with that. The first batter will be Willie Wilson, the center fielder for the Royals, and he gets a strikeout. One away. Kevin Elke Seitzer comes up, and he is going to walk. So they do have somebody aboard very quickly in this game, and George Brett comes up. He gets a 210, which is a home run, 1-19. You gotta like those odds. And it is. And George Brett hits a 2-run home run. And just like that, Kansas City is on top by the score of 2-0. And I mistakenly put 2 hits up. So the next time there's a hit, I'm going to have to try to remember. So Bo Jackson is up, and he gets a 1-8, which is a single 1-7. Single 1-7. My eyes are terrible. So, but that is going to be actually a. Oh no, that was a triple 1-7 or a single. So he does get a hit, and I'm going to. Just leave the hit up there because I erroneously put a second hit up before. So Jim Eisenreich is up with a man on and only 1 out. And that's a 3-8, which is a single double asterisk. And all of a sudden they are all over Stewart. But of course, the reason that they're all over Stewart is because they're getting rolls that are only on their cards. But runners are at the corners with 1 away. And Danny Tartable up. And that's a 5-6, which is a single, and that's the only hit in the column that they got right there. So they get a 3rd run coming in, and it's 3-0 right out of the gate. And that brings up McFarland, who has a 3-6, which is a single 1-9. And that is actually not going to be a single. It's going to be a line out to third base. So there's 2 down. And that brings up Frank White. And he gets a 1-7, which is a line out to second base. So they finally do get retired, but not before they get 3 runs. And it's 3-0. So, due up is Luis Polonia for the A's. He gets a 4-7, and that is a single. So, it looks like there's going to be a lot of offense in this game, I'm thinking. Dave Henderson comes up. He gets a 2-7, which is a double 1-12 or a single. And that's actually a double. So, there are going to be runners at second and third. And Aquino is suffering from the same apparent issues that Dave Stewart did in the first inning. Jose Canseco gets a 1-5, and that is a fly ball left field B. So a run does score for the A's, but it comes on a sac fly. Still, it's now 3-1 instead of 3-0. Mark McGuire gets a 4-9, and that is going to be a fly ball right field C. 2 out, and Carney Lansford up. And Carney Lansford is going to pop out to short. So the A's only get one, but still, at least they got, a run. We go to the top of the second, and Kurt Stillwell is up, and he gets a 4-11, which is a strikeout. Willie Wilson gets a 1-4, and that is going to be a ground ball to the second baseman. 2 away. And Kevin Seitzer is up. He gets a 2-9, and that's a fly ball to right field. So the Royals go rather quickly there after putting a 3 spot up in the first inning. We're in the bottom of the second. Steinbach is up for the A's. He gets a 2-8. That's a fly ball right field. He's out. Walt Weiss gets a 1-4. That is a pop out to short. 2 away. And Stan Javier gets a line out to second base. Or Javier. I'm not sure. I don't want to, I know I'm going to get the comments. People, when I mispronounce names, I always get the comments. So George Brett comes up. He has a 2-run home run already in this game on his first at bat. And right there, he's going to have a pop-out plus injury. They don't really want to see that happen. And it's going to. And it's a 13, so I think it's 4 games. Could be the rest of this series. So let's see here. Injuries, 13, 3 games. He is out 3 games. So that is not good news. They need another first baseman. The Royals do. And that will be Pat Tabler. Will be the new first baseman. And up steps Bo Jackson with an out. And that is a 2-7, which is a double 1-3 or a single. And that is a single. So the Royals already have their 5th hit. And Bo Jackson's up. And he gets a 2-5, which is a strikeout. 2 away. And up steps Jim Eisenreich. And he gets a 5-7, which is a strikeout. So no runs come in. And on top of that, the Royals lose George Brett for this game. This game and 3 more. So unless this series goes 5, we're not going to see Brett again. Glenn Mother Hubbard is up. He gets a 5-12. That is a ground ball to the pitcher. 1 away. Aquino throws him out. Luis Polonia comes up. He gets a 5-7. That is a ground ball to the second baseman X. That is Frank White. He is a 2. That's an out. And up steps Dave Henderson. And he gets a 5-5, which is a strikeout. So, no runs come in for Oakland there, and we go to the top of the 4th in a 3-1 game. Kansas City ahead, 3-1, Tartable up. He gets a 5-5. That is a fly ball to the left fielder. Mike McFarland is up. He gets a 5-9. That is a walk. So Mike McFarland draws the walk. And, of course, I had these people out here for a while, and they're really not supposed to be. Frank White is up 3-7. He gets a single 1-19. And he does barely get it. And that's another hit for Kansas City. Runners are at first and second. 1 out. Kurt Stillwell up. He gets a 5-6. And that is a single. And They might send the runner, but let's see who it is. It is McFarland. They are not going to do that, as a matter of fact. So Willie Wilson up, bases loaded. It's 5-4. That is a ground ball to the third baseman. That is Carney Lansford, and he's a 2. And that is a 10. That's going to be bad. That's bad news for Oakland. 10-2 is a one-base error by Carney Lansford. So we got Oakland making an error, and a run coming in for the for the Royals, and now it is 4-1, and Pat Tabler is up, and he gets a 4-6, and that is a strikeout. So there's 2 down, and up steps Bo Jackson gets a 4-7, and that's a single and drives in a run. They're just going to do it station to station here. And Eisenreich is up, and he gets a 2-8, and that's a ground ball, shortstop A. But the Royals do strike for 2 more runs. And they extend their lead in the game by 4 to a score of 5-1. And Canseco is up. The A's got to get it going here pretty soon. Fly ball to center field. That's Willie Wilson. Let's see what he was rated. I think he's a 2. He is. And that's an 11. That's going to be bad news, too. You got these good fielders making bad decisions or bad run. Oh, no, it's not. It's an out. He did make the play. McGuire up. He gets a 6-7. That's going to be a ground ball to short. And that is, I believe, it's Stillwell, and he's a 3. And that's a, what is that? That's an 18. 18 and 3 at short is roll again. And that is a 6. 6 and 3 is an out. 2 down. And that brings up Carney Lansford. And that's 2-8. That's a ground ball to the third baseman, and he's out. So, no runs come in for Oakland. We go to the top of the 5th. Danny Tartable is up. He gets a 4-2. That is a walk. So, you got to believe pretty soon they're going to be relieving Stewart. McFarland is up. He gets a 6-3. That is a ground ball first base. That would be McGuire. And McGuire is, could be anything. He could run the gamut. And he is a 3. And that is an 11. That's probably going to be an out. And it is an out. Fielder's choice. 1 away. Frank White gets a 2-9. That is a fly ball center field, 2 away. And Kurt Stillwell comes up, and he gets a 6-5, which is a double 1-3 or a single. And that's going to be a single double asterisk. And that's the 8th hit for the Royals already. And with Willie Wilson up, and he gets a 5-7, which is a strikeout. So Kansas City gets nothing there. We go to the bottom of the 5th with Steinbach up at the plate. He gets a 4-4, which is a single 1 or wait a minute, no. It's a single, what is that? It's a single 1-10. And that is going to be an out, just barely. It is actually a line out to first base. Walt Weiss up. He gets a 1-8. That is a line out to short. 2 away. And Stan Javier comes up, and he gets a 3-5, which is a fly ball to left field. No runs come in for the A's. We go to the top of the 6th, and that is going to be it for Stewart. Stewart only goes 5 innings, allows 8 hits and 5 runs, an uncharacteristically terrible game for Dave Stewart. And they will bring in Jim Corsi. I mean, they figure things are already bad enough. Why not just pile it on? I don't know. So anyway, Kevin Seitzer is up. He gets a 2-5, which is a walk. Pat Tabler is up. He gets a 2-11, which is a ground ball, shortstop A, so that's a double play. And Bo Jackson. Bo knows. He gets a 5-5, and that is going to be a fly ball, center field C. So, no runs come in. And we go to the bottom of the 6th. And Glenn Hubbard will lead it off. He gets a 6-9. That is a pop out to short, 1 away. Luis Polonia gets a 5-8. That is a strikeout, 2 away. And Dave Henderson gets a 1-9, and that's a strikeout. So the A's go down very quickly there. We go to the top of the 7th. Jim Eisenreich up. He gets a 3-8. That's a single. And he's already there because I never took that guy down off the board. Tartable gets a 6-7. That is going to be a ground ball to, what is that? A ground ball to the second baseman. So the second baseman for the A's is that's Glenn Mother Hubbard, and he's a 3. And that's a 9. 9 and 3 at second is an out 3. So that's a double play. 2 out. And up steps McFarland. And that's a 5-10, which is a fly ball center field, and that's probably Dave Henderson. I'm going to assume. And it is, and he's a 2. And that's a 20 and a 2. And that's an out. So the Royals get no runs. We go to the bottom of the 7th with the Oakland A's needing 4 runs to tie this game. Jose Canseco gets a 4-10, which is a ground ball to the third baseman, and that's a 4. I think he's a 4. That is Stillwell. No, that's Stillwell is a shortstop. Seitzer, he is a 4. 20 and a 4. And that's going to be a 2-base error. So the A's have a base runner. Now they got to turn that base runner into a run. And with McGuire up. And he gets a 4-11, which is a ground ball to the pitcher, and he is understood to be a 2. 17 and 2 is an out. 2 away. 1 away. Carney Lansford up. He gets a 3-7. That is a pop out to the third baseman. 2 away. And Steinbach gets a 5-7. And that is going to be a ground ball to the second baseman. And that's Frank White. He's a 2. That's a 13 and a 2. And that is an out. So Oakland does not get any runs. There we go to the top of the 8th. It's getting late for the A's here in Game 1 of this best-of-5 series. Frank White gets 4-9, which is a ground ball C. Gotta say, Corsi has been pitching quite well. Better than expected, because in real life, Corsi was okay, I'm not even going to try that because my eyes are terrible tonight. I think he was 0-1 with a 360, I want to say, earned run average. Kurt Stillwell is up 6-5. That's a home run one or a fly ball. And that's going to be a fly ball to the left fielder, 2 down, and Willie Wilson. And he gets a 310, which is a ground ball, third base A. No runs come in for the Royals there. We go to the bottom of the 8th. And Walt Weiss is up. He gets a 6-9. That is going to be a pop out to shortstop, 1 away. Stan Javier gets a 6-10. That's going to be a fly ball to the left fielder, 2 away. And Hubbard comes up and he gets a 2-12, which is a line out into as many outs as possible. Turns out it's just 1. And so that is no runs there. And they're going to take Corsi out. He's gone quite a bit for him. So they will bring in a reliever to finish things up. And it's going to be Gene Nelson. Remember that guy? Skinny as a stick, Gene Nelson. Kevin Seitzer is up, top of the 9th. He gets a 2-6, which is a walk. Pat Tabler gets a 4-11. 4-11 is going to be a ground ball to the pitcher. He is understood to be a 2. And that's going to be a 13. That is going to be bad news. Yes, it is. 2-base error by Gene Nelson. So now they've got runners at second and third with no outs. So the infield is going to come in for the A's with Bo Jackson up. And he gets a 5-9. Which is a ground ball C, but nobody advances. The infield was in. And let's see, ground ball to second base. Eisenreich comes up. He gets a 3-8, but that's a single double asterisk, and that's going to knock in 2 runs. And that's the 9th hit for the Royals. And I got to say, I'm quite surprised that the Royals are putting on this kind of a hitting display. Tartable is up. He gets a 2-7, and that's a strikeout, 2 away. And McFarland gets a 5-6, which is a ground ball to the second baseman, X, and he's a 3. And that is a 20 and a 3. That's a roll again. And that is a 15 and a 3. And that is going to be an out. So 2 more runs scored though, and it's 7-1. And right here, the A's are going to need 6 runs. They're going to be hard to come by because Luis Aquino has been a tough customer this game. And Polonia gets a 2-8, which is a pop out to third base. 1 away. Dave Henderson gets a 4-8, which is a single. So Dave Henderson does manage to get a single. Only the 3rd hit, and I could be wrong about that, but maybe I'm not. It looks like the 3rd hit. Canseco gets a 4-8, and that is a single as well, and it's a single double asterisk. So now they have runners at the corners, and that's the 4th hit. And McGuire is up. He gets a 6-9, and that is a pop out to second base, 2 away. And that brings up Lansford, and he gets a 3-2, which is a fly ball right field B, and down go the A's. They do not get any runs in the 9th, although they threatened. And more importantly, they lost this game big time, 7-1. That's going to be it for me, Sportsman Z from Game 1, signing off.